Do you ever feel unsure or nervous when you speak in English? Today, I will show you how to boost your confidence and speak in English as you mean it. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I see Monvie. So let's get started. Work on pronunciation. Pronunciation is one of the main things that can help you with gaining confidence in your target language. As when your pronunciation sucks, you don't even want to say a single word because you're so afraid that others will judge you and will perceive you less seriously since you have a pronunciation of a foreigner and it's not that accurate. And I'm talking about language Venice because natives don't care about your pronunciation, about your language usage overall. Plus, for others, it will be truly difficult to understand you. They just want to talk, exchange thoughts, ideas, but instead of this, they need to play in a guessing game, trying to guess everything that you're trying to say. So what can you do is to practice shadowing. This one truly helped me with my English pronunciation, and I even lost my Ukrainian accent in English fully thanks to this. You just need to look for natives on YouTube with an accent in English that you want to get, and it's very important to choose your accent. You can't consume British, Australian, American accent at the same time because your speech will be just a mix of all of this, and repeat everything that they say. Of course, if they are talking too fast, you can pause, you can slow down, fit it to you. But it's really a wonderful technique, and already in 2 weeks, you can start noticing changes in your pronunciation. Actually, it took me 1.5 months to change my pronunciation completely. And of course, I was doing that every single day, at least for 5-10 minutes. Of course, if you do that just once per week, it will not work and you will not see any results. But as for daily practice, because it's short, you don't need to spend hours on that. Additionally, you can read aloud, books, articles, posts on social media. It works also, especially after shadowing technique. And by reading aloud, you will work on all those problematic sounds that you've noticed while you were practicing shadowing. Expand your vocabulary. Your confidence depends on your vocab because without it, unlikely you'll feel that comfortable and confident talking to other people. Even though you have plenty of jokes, interesting stories, but if you don't know how to explain that, what words to use, it doesn't make any sense. The way I expand my vocabulary in all the languages that I learn on a daily basis, it's usually by consumption. And by this I mean watching series, videos on YouTube, listening to music, podcasts, consuming social media in my target language, read something like articles or different texts from ChatGPT. I don't learn new words from those words list because for me it's quite stupid and meaningless. As a result, you'll forget all of those words just because it's impossible to memorize, for example, 10 words without any context. Your brain just thinks that, okay, I don't think that I need that, so I will just forget that. So your task is to learn words already from the context because by this, you will know how to use it in a sentence. Plus, none of English grammar books will learn you really useful and helpful words and phrases that natives use on a regular basis. They will pour into you a bunch of unnecessary old-school vocab that even natives already forgot. Record yourself. This one is a wonderful way to check your progress, and overall, I can say that it's the only way to analyze how do you sound, what mistakes do you make, what do you need to change, improve, etc. Do that weekly because unlikely something will change every single day. No, that's not that fast. You can analyze your grammar usage, pronunciation, vocabulary usage, speed of your speech. It can be even in a way of video. It's much better because you see how are you acting during a conversation. Of course, it's not the same because a person and a camera, like these are two completely different things, but still, like it's a good way of practicing. Prepare for common topics. As I always say, try to be prepared in most of the situations. By this, you'll be less worried, even if you lack of confidence, because you know almost everything in advance. Of course, there are certain situations in our lives that we can't predict, but it doesn't mean that it's better to be unprepared and just, to trust our life, because in most cases, your preparation will be a defining factor. Just come up with topics that you will discuss with a person online or in real life. It doesn't matter. You can even ask ChatGPT to generate them. And after preparing all of this, come up with several questions to each of the topics. And voila, now you're prepared to everything and you don't need to worry about those awkward pauses when you don't know what to say and your partner is also silent. During a conversation, just try to slightly go from one topic to another one in order not to look like you prepared all of this. I know it sounds funny because you need to prepare everything, but it doesn't mean that other people have to know about that. Control your speaking pace. It's not even just about speaking in a foreign language. It's an overall rule. Just slow down. You're not running a race, okay? And by speaking slowly, you make less small and stupid mistakes because you have enough time to overthink everything that you're going to say. But when you speak too fast, firstly, people can't catch your thought. And secondly, they perceive you less seriously. Because if you're talking too fast, it means that you wanna finish your thought as fast as possible. And as a result, it means that your opinion doesn't have so much value. It can be truly tough to unlearn speaking fast because it all starts from that period of time when you start consuming this language on a regular basis and you watch videos, like you listen to podcasts, and you do that at a fast speed, like 1.5, 1.75, etc. Plus you practice fast shadowing, so of course it will have an impact on the way you speak in this language. To be frank, I also struggle with this one, especially in Spanish, because the Spanish people, they speak truly fast, and plus already fast speech, I try to change to 1.5 because I understand everything, so why do I need to listen to that slow pace? Even though that's not slow, at all. But the tip that I can offer you is to read aloud slowly. It's kind of difficult to start controlling your speaking pace because you're just communicating, you're in that topic, you're in that conversation, so you don't care about the speed of your speech. That's why you should start from reading. After practicing slow reading aloud, it's important, you will become conscious of those moments when your speech is really fast. Use short daily phrases. No one forces you to use advanced English all the time. To recall all those synonyms, advanced grammar, vocabulary, just keep it simple since it's a usual daily conversation. It's not a competition who will say the most progressive word. Try to use those words that you usually use, because new vocab, incorporating them into your speech, it can be a little bit difficult and challenging, and you can do that only if you're confident. But if you're not confident, it's better to stick to already familiar phrases to you. Your communication partner will not evaluate your usage of advanced English, so just chill out. Use body language. Even if your speech is amazing and advanced, it will look quite boring without appropriate body language. Plus, nowadays, because of all this overconsumption, people can't focus on something for more than 5 minutes without distracting themselves. For some people, even 5 minutes is already too long. And I know that if you have a low self-esteem, it can be really hard for you because you're used not to take too much of space even if you need it, but you need to learn it because it's truly important. For example, when I rewatch my old videos, I can say that back then I was just talking without any hand gestures, and that was absolutely fine for me. But now, when I rewatch those videos, I become quite bored, and plus it doesn't look natural. We need to use our body when we are talking about something. Of course, body language is not just about hand gestures, and it depends on a situation. But improving even this one thing will already be truly beneficial for you. First period of time, it will be really strange, and your movements will be quite goofy. I know that, but that's okay. You need to start from something. Shift focus to a partner. I can say that this one is not only about confidence in a foreign language, but also it's a really great thing for a good conversation. Most of the people don't understand that in order to have a really great conversation, you need to be interested, not interesting. In other words, you need to be a great listener because people love to talk about themselves, to share their experiences, knowledge, problems. Like, we care about ourselves. So you don't need to come up with excellent stories or to have an exciting life in order to share it with others. Just shift a focus to a partner and ask him questions. Of course, don't make the whole interview out of that because it will be quite strange, but you need to listen more than you speak. I've noticed that when I talk more, I tend to make much more mistakes since I don't have enough time to really prepare my response in my mind because I'm bombarded with questions from another person. Basically, it's for daily usual conversations. If you want to improve your English to practice speaking, the situation will be already different. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you soon in my next videos. Bye!